This is my old website. I didn't pay the security certificate, so it can't be published, but let me just read you some of it. The nonverbal message of our gang stalking police to me tonight. No member of Congress will ever expose that police gang stalk. I've been gang stalked for 17 years, that's at this point. This month, with the Reds. What would you do if you saw that when you went in to buy your lotto ticket? Well, if you're gang stalked by the police, you might see it. Let's take a look at some more things here. All right, that just refers to the noise that they make. We'll skip over that. All right, let's look at the pictures. Let's get to some of the pictures. All right, May 11th. As I arrive at Winco, a woman in a red jacket walks in front of my car. When I pulled into a parking space at Winco, a red car passed behind me. As we go to enter Winco, a person in red walks in front of us. As we return to our car after coming out of Winco, a red car passes behind us. See any anchoring pattern as I exit shopping to go back to my car? There's the gray Honda Civic on one side. That's my car. And what's on the other side of it? This is called conspicuous surveillance, by the way. All right. Notice anything in back of my car as we get into it? Wow, that's my car. As we get into my car, looks like a couple of red cars have their back lights on. All right, let's keep going down and look at these pictures here. Okay, so there I am. I'm putting things in my car, and there's what color car going behind me? Okay, let's go. As I get in my car to go, who do you think comes in next? Our police, who gang stalk with the Reds, just happened to pass by us. There they go. Here, I've just left the parking lot of the store, and our gang-stalking police come beside me. Our gang-stalking police get a green arrow to go, but the gang-stalker doesn't go. Our gang-stalking police prefer to stay there beside me. Hi, gang stalking police. You really like to gang stalk with the American Stasi. May 15th, 2023. As we get out of our car to go into Walmart, guess what? A red car passes by. As we go to exit Walmart parking lot after shopping, what do you think? A red bicycle comes in front of us. This is called conspicuous surveillance. Or anchoring. They use red as my anchor. After getting out of our car, a person wearing red stands in front of the store and a red car passes by me. Let's just take a better look at that red car. As we're about to go into the store, guess what? A red Jeep pulls out of its parking space. What a coincidence. See any anchoring in front of us as we're about to enter the store? This is called same time exit entry. I'm not the only one going in the store. As we're getting into our car after shopping, a person in red passes by us. Just happens to walk by. Just happens. I routinely stop at the gas station to get my lotto tickets on my way to Walmart. Tonight, you want to see this? Watch this. Just so happens to be 3 police cars, but police don't gang stalk. This month it will be 17 years that I have been gang stalked, actually it's 20, by first responders and the Reds, our neighborhood watch group members, Citizen Corps. Say hi to our gang stalking, please. What would you call this? Intimidation? They trying to intimidate me? When I parked at Walmart, a lady with a red shirt showing walks in front of our car. When we go back to our car after shopping, what do you think passes in back of us? What do you think? All right, let's just go past there, see if there's anything interesting. Gang stalking patterns. The goal of this PSYOPs program, U.S. government gang stalking, is to make the target see red, the main anchor used wherever she goes. They're in front of you. First in line at intersections. Police and firemen can manipulate lights. I think gang stalkers can also, because how can they always be first in line at intersections? All right, so I'm just showing you that, not too many people on the road, but in front of me, red cars, red trucks, and at the intersections, first in line at intersections. Okay. Oh, just happen to be first in line at the intersection. Can they manipulate the lights? I don't know. And our gang stalking firemen. This is sad, very sad. But Dick Cheney, okay. Everywhere we go, a red car is there. We used to take walks with my dog when he was alive, and we would go, and there would always be a red car at the end of the parking lot. That's where they used to be, at the end of the parking lot. All right, now, let's see. And who should walk behind my car as I get out of it? Guess! I call them our American Stasi. That was a red car in front of me. Anchoring pattern. As I go down Buena Hills to exit my development and going out, what do you think's there? Is that a police car? As I go to park in the Winco parking lot, a red car pulls out in front of me. Surprise! See any anchoring pattern as we arrive back at our car after shopping? See anything? As we go back to our car after shopping. Notice any anchoring as I've gotten into my car to go. On your exits and entries, that's when you get gang stalked. Double the price here. Same time exit entry, U.S. government gang stalking pattern. As I'm about to exit the Winco parking lot, our EMS firemen, who gang stalk, pass in front of me. This is what they do. Like, I'm exiting the store, same time exit entry, and firemen just happen to be passing in front of me. Notice anything as I enter, exit entry, as I enter Albertsons? See anything as I'm entering Albertsons? What do you see? As I pull into the parking space where I always park at the end because my brother's handicapped and I have a handicap sticker. I explain that. A person in red walks in front of my car. How would you like to see that for 20 years? Wherever you go. And then, in the last few years, they torture you. Oh, that's interesting. We have arrived at our car after coming out of Albertson. Same time, exit entry. There's my brother with his little hat on. And there, surprise! Okay, what's this? As I'm about to get into my car to go, a red car passes in front of us. Well, that's different. All right, as I go onto Buena Hills to leave my development and going out, there is a red chair at the corner. I noticed because anchoring is the primary pattern used in government gang stalking. Let's look at that red chair. Oh, do your neighbors gang stalk? Yeah, they always get your neighbors to gang stalk. This is Dick Cheney's program. He was so clever. As I pull into the 76 gas station where I regularly stop on my way to Walmart to get my lotto tickets, one person is walking there. Guess what color? I just picked this page randomly. I actually was looking for something else. Okay, as I enter Walmart parking lot to go to shop, a red car is exiting. Same time exit entry. I'm entering, they're exiting. Right, that's the big mobbing pattern. So I'm entering Walmart and a red car is exiting it. And notice the traffic. Oh, not too much traffic there, huh? You know what's interesting? Because I have so much work, we used to go out like a lot at night, especially as I got older, and there's not much traffic at night. And so you can see these patterns really clearly. During the day, there'd be lots of cars, but at night, there's just one, the red one. When we arrive at Albertsons, what do you think? A red car stands with its lights on. All right, we'll just take a little look at it. This is on my arrival, same time exit entry. As I get out of my car after pulling into a parking space to shop, okay, same time exit entry, as I get out of my car, so I'm exiting, and guess who just coincidentally happens to pass by? As I'm putting my groceries into my car, so I just came out of the store, what do you think? There's my groceries. When I finish and am about to go into my car, a red car pulls in the back of us. Isn't that clever? There's the wagon from my car over there. I shop with a wagon with my brother, who's handicapped. As we get out of our car to go into the store, same time exit entry, a man in red is exiting the store. And because it's at night, see, during the day you wouldn't be able to see it this clearly, but because it's at night, there's nobody there but the man in red. During the day it would be harder to see because there'd be loads of people. When we come back to our car after shopping, an SUV comes in front of us, keeps its lights on, and a person in red just so happens to get out. See any anchoring pattern as we're entering, same time exit entry, as we enter CVS? See any anchoring? That's what they call it. As we're getting into our car to go, same time exit entry, a red car parks in back of us. Well, that's interesting. As I am loading our groceries into our car after coming out of Winco, guess what? A man in red just happens to be walking behind us. When we're getting out of our car to go into CVS, a person with a red shirt sticking out from a jacket was walking into CVS, but too fast for me to take a picture. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Ooh, let's see what this one is. They deleted this picture of firemen there at the gas station where I routinely buy my lotto tickets. I had to post it twice. Well, I don't know what they mean by they. But, all right, so here we are. So let's see what this is. This picture of a fireman there at the gas station where I buy my lotto tickets. A lot of times, like, I won't go to the gas station, but I'll just pass by on my way to Walmart. But there's still a fireman waiting there for me. Okay. I don't know what I mean by deleted. I don't know who deleted that, but anyway, because this is 2023, I don't remember. As we go back to our car after shopping, a person in red is in front of us. So here we are, same time exit entry. I'm going back to my car, and coincidentally, what a coincidence, a person in red. Same time exit entry. All right. As we go back to our car, guess who's passing by? Our gang-stalking police. As we turn out of our development onto Vista Way and going out, there is one person walking on the street. All right, so here I am leaving my development to go out, and there's only what? Guess what color he's wearing? Just take a wild guess. A wild guess? I don't know if you can see it, but it's red. Okay, let's see. Can you see it? I don't know. He's wearing red, but anyway. All right, let's go here. As we arrive at the big gang stalking corner of Vista Way, El Camino Real, our firemen, who gang stalk, just happen to pass in front of us. There are like this is a big gang stalking corner. There's always some gang stalking going on there. All right, let's get a different picture. Okay, as we come back to our car after coming out of CVS, a car pulls beside us and a person with a red top gets out. Okay, it's blurry, I say, but I don't know. Can you see the red? All right, that's too blurry. Okay, what's this one? All right, it's a wheelchair, and there's my groceries. So that red car, we must have just come back out of the store. All right, see any anchoring pattern as we enter the Winco parking lot? So here I am, I'm entering the Winco parking lot, and there's a car at the corner. That's called anchoring in gang stalking. As we're walking into the store to shop, a red car passes in front of us. Surprise! Let's see what else we got here. As we exit the store, what do you think's going to happen when we exit? A man with a red hat is entering. So what are we doing? As we exit, we're exiting, and the man is entering. Same time exit entry. The orchestrators of government gang stalking are interviewing. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. All right, now let's see this police car. Same time exit entry. As I walk out of the gas station Food Mart, where I usually buy my lotto tickets, on my way to Walmart, our gang stalking police are entering. So I'm exiting, police are entering. Our gang stalking police. You know, I don't like this. I don't feel good about it. Police and firemen gang stalking, and I don't blame them. They just do the following orders. I blame Dick Cheney. He did this. He did this to America. When we come back to our car, another car pulled beside us, and a person with red sneakers gets out. So this car comes beside us. As we come back to our car after shopping or whatever, another car comes beside us, and that guy is just standing there. See my red sneakers? I am mobbing you. Nice red sneakers. Okay, deafening noise outside my house today. Well, gang stalkers do that. All right. I don't know if I should look at another page. That's the May page. Let me see if I just real fast. All right, let's see. Pages. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Pages. Where's the pages? All right. Shall we look at one more? Shall we just see what's in June? Let's look in June. Okay. Let's see if we go down at the pictures. All right, let's look at some pictures. As we enter the Winco parking lot, a person carrying something red is walking in. So I'm entering the parking lot, and a person wearing red is coming in. As we pull into our parking space at Winco, someone wearing red is getting into a car in front of us. All right, so we're pulling in, and someone wearing red is getting into a car which just so happens to be in front of us. All right, let's see what else. A car stands behind us with its lights on. I notice because braiding, all right, this is braiding in U.S. government gang stalking is just what you see. Like, we get into our car and somebody stands with their lights on in back of us. As I'm helping my brother out of the car, a person in red passes in front of us, and a red car passes behind us. All right, so the situation here, I'm helping my brother out of the car. So we're going into the store, and a person in red passes in front of us, and where's a red car passes behind us. As we leave our car and start walking toward the store, all right, so we're leaving our car, we're walking toward the store, we're really entering a place. A person wearing red comes in front of us. Surprise! Let's see what else we have here. As we arrive back at our car after coming out of Winco, a person in red walks in front of us. All right, so that's our gray car. That's my brother's bald head. And as we arrive back at our car, a person wearing red. It seems incredible. This is called mobbing. Now, who are these people in red? Is this Citizen Corps? Is this InfraGuard? Who are they? I called them for years neighborhood watch groups because when my dog was alive, I would take my brother and the dog out for a walk every day. And in every neighborhood we went in, we were gang stalked. Like, we would be passing by, someone in red would come out of a house. And what I noticed too is there were always a lot of the times there were red cars parked at the corner. It was like, in setting up these neighborhood watch groups, somebody watching the corners who lived at the corner always had a red car. All right, as I get into my car to go, so I'm getting into my car to go, I'm exiting, a red car pulls into the space in front of us. Okay. All right, let's look. As we go to exit the parking lot, what do you think is going to happen when I'm exiting? A red car passes in front of us. Now, this poor person, Bonnie Calcagno, had to not publish this anymore because I couldn't afford the certificate. I don't know, some kind of certificate. And I think I'm going to just let this go. I think if the only reason I might keep it is to make a copy of all these pictures, because this is my evidence. This is my evidence of mobbing. This is my evidence of gang stalking. Here I am at the big gang stalking corner of El Camino Real Vista Way. I told you that's a big gang stalking corner. There's always red cars there. Here we are entering Winco. Go in Winco a lot, don't I? You know why? Because they're open all night. See any anchoring pattern behind me? They know my every move, where I shop. They know your patterns for sure. Here we are entering. So when I'm entering, all right, now I'm going in, they have like two red cars together. In other words, they know I shop at Winco because it's open all night, and by the time I get out, it's night. And so right there at the entrance, they have two red cars together. Let's see, what's this? Okay, there's mobbing patterns inside the store, but I can't take pictures in the store. Now, back at our car, after coming out of Winco, first a person in red walks behind our car. Let's look at that. So we're getting into our car. We just came out, and a person in red is walking in back of our car. All right, and second, a red car passes by. All right, I don't know, why isn't, get out of there. I can get this thing out of there. As I help my brother get into the car, two men in red are standing behind us. So I'm exiting the store. They always gang stalk on exits and entries. I'm exiting the store, and this is what we see behind us. Imagine, well, never mind, 20 years of this. As we go to exit the Winco parking lot, what do you think you're going to see? All right, so right at the end are a red car and a red truck. Okay, let's see what else we got. Here I am leaving the gas station, so I'm exiting the gas station where I bought my lotto tickets on my way to Walmart. Leaving the gas station, and a red car just happens to pull up. As I arrive at Walmart, our police, who gang stalk, are here. When I park, someone with something in red tucked under his shirt walks behind my car. So I'm parking, so obviously I'm arriving, and there's somebody with something red tucked under his arm walks by. See how clever they are. Got something red. Okay. I tell you what, Rand Paul said, he wanted to see evidence of gang stalking. If he wants, well, I don't know. I was going to say I'd give him this whole. If he paid for the things, he can have this. This would be congressional evidence of gang stalking. As I get out of my car, a red SUV parks in front of me. So I'm getting out of my car, and a red SUV parks in front of me. Let's see how it's red. Okay. Another SUV of our police just happens to drive up. There's my gray car. That's my gray car. Now, what a coincidence. Well, of course, I am gang stalked by police, so it's not that much of a coincidence. As we're walking into Walmart, a man with a red-rimmed hat walks in front of us. So we're walking into Walmart, and who is walking in front of us? A man with a red-rimmed hat. When we go back to our car, see, entries and exits, after shopping, two people in red walk behind us. Okay, let's see this. See any anchoring pattern here at the corner of Campus Drive, Buena Hills, as I get onto Buena Hills to leave my development. So I'm going out. Do they get the neighbors to gang stalk? I'm leaving Buena Hills. Do they get the neighbors to gang stalk? As I turn left into CVS parking lot, a red car is in front of me. I called first to see if the prescriptions were ready. And of course, they know, they read my emails. If you call in for a prescription, they're going to be there because they know they monitor the call. Total surveillance. Of course, they're corrupt until they listen to my phone conversations. As I arrive at CVS, see any anchoring pattern? See any anchoring as I'm arriving to pick up my prescription at CVS? As I'm getting our things out of the car to go into CVS, a red SUV passes behind me. As we arrive back at our car after coming out of CVS, a red car pulls in beside us, and coincidentally, it's red. As I pull out of my parking space to go to a store to shop in the same parking lot, when a person in red walks in front of my car. As I'm getting our things out of the car to shop, a red car passes by. Okay. And this is not all they do. There's sections of this website that talk about the unremitting harassment. All right, we'll just scroll through it. It's the same thing. It's on entries and exits. I'm gang stalked. A percentage of our population is the American Stasi. All right, if Senator Rand Paul, you wanted evidence, you can have this whole website. I don't know how you would get it, but What I was thinking is I would have to pay for that, whatever I didn't pay for, and make copies of all these pages of the website. But, you know, if somebody in Congress wanted to make copies of all these pages, because this is the main evidence that I have. I also have my YouTube channel. I have pictures there. But let me just show you all of what this has. All right. January, February. Look at all these pages. All this evidence here. All these pages. All right. This must be like a couple of years from January 26, 24, 23. So it's about maybe 3 years, 2 or 3 years of red cars, red trucks. Oh, okay. I guess my battery ran out.